Welcome to your weekend in Dublin. The capital of Ireland is perfect for an unforgettable weekend. Not just because of the culture and tradition, but also because of the people who make this city such a young and lively place. Over 50% of Dubliners are under 30. You've landed safely and are justifiably looking forward to your hotel. No sign outside, only a number, and that's the name, number 31. Inside you can relax in the original 1960s seating layout where the Kennedys once had wild parties. The magical garden connects the bungalow with a Georgian villa. The rooms in number 31 are a dream. What makes number 31 so special?
You know, the ambiance, having a lovely breakfast and meeting some other guests and getting a full orientation from me in terms of what to do in the city, where to go and where not to go, which in fact can be equally as important.
A stroll through the city quickly makes it clear how the Dubliners enjoy life and make the best of it. And you'll also find music everywhere. You too come from Dublin, of course. Dublin is a good place to explore on foot. Over the past 10 years, the city has experienced a huge economic boom. A few streets outside the centre still retain a flavour of the days not long ago when Dublin was referred to as the poorhouse of Europe. But they're the exceptions. Let's get our strength up briefly in the Queen of Tarts. It's 3 p.m. This little cafe on Dame Street has all kinds of delicious specialities. The atmosphere is like that of Dublin itself, laid back and very friendly. We said earlier that this is a young city. So we should also mention fashion. A lot of the people here are their own style designers.
I think it's like a mixture of punk and goth.
There aren't a great deal of fashion shops around. For a lot of the people we interviewed, clothes are a self-made mix and inspired by different things.
70s punk rock, again the Stooges, and Spider-Man, of course.
A lot of music mostly. I'd say music and film.
It's 5 p.m. and we'll take you to Trinity College. The university was founded in 1592. You can watch the students whiling away their time or look at the famous Book of Kells. Let's go inside the venerable university library.
It's a cathedral of books. The wood is oak. And I suppose when you come in, you think you're going to just drink in all this knowledge. Now, I don't smell it anymore, but people say they can smell dust and books and polish. I'm immune to that now. But it is a fully working library. It's not just a museum.
The library dates from the 18th century and today contains over 200,000 books. Here on the banks of the Liffey, you'll see the cosmopolitan side of Dublin. The docklands are a symbol of the new prosperity, and new homes and businesses are springing up here constantly. The docklands is a perfect place to round off the first day of your weekend. Good morning. Time for your first and truly sensational breakfast in Dublin. The number 31 has won all kinds of awards for it. And let's just say, you can skip lunch today. Your first stop this Saturday is the Temple Bar district. It's true that lots of tourists meet up here, primarily because of the numerous pubs. But Temple Bar is also a lively place where you can take part in the everyday life of ordinary Dubliners. At the food market, for instance. A few steps further on is the Designer Mart. Small scale, but genuine. This is where artists sell their inspirations, off the beaten tourist track. There are relatively few parks in Dublin, and you won't find any tree-lined avenues, so let's go to St Stephen's Green. Forget all about this being a place of public execution in the 18th century, and just enjoy all the leafy calm, right at the heart of the busy city. Housed inside a former hospital, the Irish Museum of Modern Art is in the district of Kilmainham, around 10 minutes by taxi from the city centre. Here, you can admire the museum's growing collection of modern art. There are regular temporary exhibitions. By the way, admission is free. Studios of artists can be found right beside the museum. Feel free to walk right in and look around at all the new artworks on display. Now that you're in Kilmainham anyway, you have to see Old Kilmainham Jail. This prison is over 200 years old and very impressive. It played an important role in Irish history. A lot of Irish rebel leaders were incarcerated here under inhumane conditions, awaiting their execution. There was usually no escape from Kilmainham Jail, with some exceptions.
Probably the most famous escape in Kilmainham Jail was in 1921 during the War of Independence period in Ireland. There was 3 Irish Republicans escaped. Ernie O'Malley, Simon Donnelly and Frank Teeling slipped out of Kilmainham Jail, or escaped from Kilmainham, with the help of 2 British guards. They appeared to be sympathisers to what was happening in Ireland, and they smuggled in bolt cutters, and the men cracked the locks on one of the external gates, and they slipped out, and they were never recaptured. They escaped.
In this inner courtyard, many of the freedom fighters who supported Irish independence were executed by firing squad. It's 9 p.m. on your weekend Saturday. Time to plunge into the city's nightlife. The Whelan is the best live club in Dublin. This is where you'll find record company executives scouting for the stars of tomorrow. On Sunday morning, we'll drive a good 20 minutes out of town with you to Malahide Castle. It dates from the 12th century. Until 1975, it was owned by a single family. And a large number of ghosts as well. No less than 5 of them are supposed to haunt this place. Even skeptics will admit, if ghosts really do exist, what better location to find them? The castle still looks inhabited, and that's probably true because time and again, reliable witnesses do report supernatural events taking place here. A court jester named Pock used to live behind this door, and may still do so.
So Puck's job, as well as acting as a jester, was to go to the top of the castle, up the steps to the battlements, and watch and see if the enemy was coming. But they say he failed in his duty. He fell asleep, he didn't raise the alarm, the castle was attacked, and that he hanged himself in shame. And that his ghost comes back whenever anything is happening that he doesn't like. And when the castle was being sold, Christie's, the great London auctioneers, were here, and one of their staff was sitting here in the evening time, looked up towards the little door and saw the little man with the long beard and the stoop. And that was Puck letting us know that he didn't like his castle being sold and out of Talbot hands after 800 years. I live in Malahide, so I thought that this was a big joke when I heard all about this. But a friend of mine was in London once. She was selling her work in the galleries in London. She's an artist. And she went into a gallery and said, "I'm from Malahide in Ireland." And the man in the gallery said, "Oh, I used to work for Christie's. I'm the man who saw the ghost in Malahide Castle." So if it's verified by Christie's, it must be true.
Another place that's out of this world is the region near Howth, a small fishing village just 10 minutes away from Malahide. The fishing boats bring the day's catch ashore, and you can feed it straight to the numerous seals living in the harbour. This is a good place to explore Howth and the lovely countryside around it on foot. Here, just a few kilometres outside Dublin, you can indulge in an impressive landscape that is quintessentially Irish. Here, by the sea, it's goodbye Dublin, and see you for your next weekend. Unforgettable weekend. Not just because of the culture and tradition, but also because of the people who make this city such a young and lively place. Over 50% of Dubliners are under 30. You've landed safely and are justifiably looking forward to your hotel. No sign outside, only a number, and that's the name, number 31. Inside you can relax in the original 1960s seating layout where the Kennedys once had wild parties. The magical garden connects the bungalow with a Georgian villa. The rooms in number 31 are a dream. A stroll through the city quickly makes it clear how the Dubliners enjoy life and make the best of it. And you'll also find music everywhere. You too come from Dublin, of course. Dublin is a good place. What makes number 31 so special?
You know, the ambiance, having a lovely breakfast and meeting some other guests, and getting a full orientation from me in terms of what to do in the city, where to go and where not to go, which that can be equally as important.
Welcome to your weekend in Dublin. The capital of Ireland is perfect for an unforgettable